Hello, my name's Eric Prosher, and I represent Jesse Brown VA Medical Center. And today we have a special guest from our medical center. Her name is Carla Y Joiner-Herrod, and she's a social worker, and she works at our CRRC. And she's newer to Jesse Brown. It's the first time I'm meeting with her, so I'm having the pleasure of getting to know her, and we're going to get her to know her together over the next 25 minutes as you are watching a television program brought to you by CAN TV, and this is Veterans Issues. Thank you. Thank you for joining us, Carla.
Thank you for having me.
So why don't we start off and get to know you a little bit. Tell us how long you've been at Jesse Brown and what your role is there and what the CRRC is.
I am a clinical licensed social worker as well as a certified alcohol and drug counselor. I've been at Jesse Brown only about 2.5 years.
Wow.
Initially, I applied for a HUD-VASH position, and they decided to place me at the CRRC, and that was the best thing that could have happened to me, to be honest with you.
Awesome. So you love what you're doing.
I love it at the CRRC.
I can hear the passion in your voice. That's great.
Love it greatly. Yeah, we have a good dynamic team over there, led by Supervisor Tracy Emanuel, of course.
Okay.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
And so, just briefly, what were you doing before you came to the Jesse Brown VA?
I actually retired from the state of Illinois. I worked for 31 years as a forensic social worker.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're coming and bringing a wealth of experiences and know-how to the job. That's great.
I think they wanted more mental health at the CRC because it's located in an area in the community that they really feel like they have a lot of complex issues, so they wanted experience there and someone with mental health background. So I think that's why they placed me there. As I said before, I'm very happy to be there.
Okay. Well, for our viewers at home, why don't we start off with what CRRC is?
Okay.
So that name stands for.
Yeah, it's so funny how when you're at the VA, I had to learn all the acronyms that they give for everything. But the CRRC is the Community Resource and Referral Center. And there are 31 actually all over the country.
31.
31. And,
are they all VA related? Or are
yeah,
they, okay.
yeah. They were strategically placed in large metropolitan areas. And the goal is to, it's a homeless walk-in center. It's the goal of a CRCs around the country is to prevent homelessness, really.
Oh.
So it's for those that are homeless they can walk in, or for those that are at risk for homelessness.
So it's a resource center
Yep.
with the mission to kind of eradicate homelessness.
Absolutely, veteran homelessness.
Veteran
specifically,
homelessness.
yeah. It's like a one-stop shop. It reminds me, if you're familiar with stand downs,
Yes.
which are like a big resource center. We're a resource center. We're a unique CRRC because we are attached to a contracted emergency shelter for veterans. I'm also the contract manager there.
Oh, wow.
So we have 75 veterans. We can have up to 75 veterans
So
there.
not only you have direct, immediate housing resources along with all the usual resources that you might have at a center.
Absolutely.
Okay.
CRCs are located. We have some, as I said, they're strategically placed in large metropolitan cities. Washington, D.C. has one, New Orleans, California.
What's the next closest?
Milwaukee. Milwaukee's probably the closest,
Okay.
yeah. Omaha, Boston, Atlanta, just to name a few.
So this is special and unique to have this as a city, Chicago.
Yep, it is. It's, as I said, the goal is to bring the resources to the veterans. In other words, we know homeless veterans, if transportation is an issue, so it's a one-stop shop. CRCs are established as like a collaboration with local community, state, and federal partners who help provide services to our homeless veterans. As I said, we're a very unique shelter. We have a lot of services for our veterans. We even have the first, we really are a real resource for the homeless veterans. We have, most CRCs have a shower. Our shower was not operating for a while, but it's going to be they're actually working on it this weekend, so in January we'll have a shower there for veterans to use. We also have laundry services for veterans that are street homeless. Some of them don't want to come in, and some of them we have to outreach in order to to assess their complex needs. But in the meantime, we try to give them the services that they need.
Okay. Well, let's unpack this a little bit, because I see that there's a lot of components here, right?
Yes.
You got a shelter, you actually have an outreach component, and you have actually resources in the house. So for our viewers at home, who would be eligible to receive services at this? Well, actually, yeah, who would be eligible? And then second question would be, where is the CRRC,
Okay.
and how would they find you?
Yeah.
But why don't we start with the first one? Who is eligible?
Okay. You have to be VHA healthcare eligible. You have to have veterans.
Enrolled
Yeah.
in healthcare at a VA, and any VA.
Absolutely.
Jesse Brown VA Medical Center, located on 820 South Damon Avenue. That is our vet center, and you can call 312-569 VETS, VETS, to get connected and enrolled in VA. We do have a caller already, so why don't we take our caller, and then we'll proceed with the question. You're here with Carla and Eric, Veterans Issues. We're talking about homelessness and CRRC program, the Community Resource and Referral Center. What's your question, sir?
Hi, my name's Ricky. I'm from Chicago.
Ricky.
I was looking at the website for the locations where the facilities are at, and I was just curious of two things. How much you've grown from where you started into the cities that you're at now, and is there going to be growth in the future where you're not maybe in the major cities, that maybe you're into maybe populations that might have 100,000 or so?
Okay, so Ricky, he's got some big questions, or big picture questions. He wants to know about the growth of the CRRC programs nationwide, which I don't know if we can speak to that specifically, but I know that the VA and VHA has given a lot of time and resources and personnel to address the homelessness issue, and CRRC was one of those lines of attention.
We started out with 12, and over the time we have 31 now. And as I said, Chicago has probably one of the strongest CRRCs in the country. We probably are one of the top 4. And just to let you know, over time we've learned that we actually could have people enroll right there at the CRC. So when we have a veteran that maybe is transitioning and they hear about that there's a CRC and they need emergency housing, they can come directly to the CRC, and we will enroll them in
their healthcare.
In healthcare right there.
So they don't even have to come to the main hospital.
Don't have to. We started that about a year ago because
That's amazing.
we had a hard time with veterans who get there at 3 o'clock and the doors are closing.
Yes.
And then we had to
Trying
have
get
them go over to the
hospital.
VA. And so now it's a one-stop shop. They do that there because we don't really want veterans to have to go in the cold to register and come back.
What an excellent idea.
Yeah, we
That's
have
great.
transportation shuttles back and forth to Jesse Brown 4 times a day, as well as Hines, by the way. But yeah, the CRC is located at 1441 South California, by the way. So it's on the corner of California and Roosevelt.
Okay.
And our partner is the A Safe Haven. They actually, we contract with them for shelter housing. But veterans are placed there, and right away the goal is to get them permanently housed. So we
Yeah.
connect them with a community housing provider. And when they get there, housing is not something that you get because you have to do something like treatment. The VA has a housing first model. It's not because you have to do anything. We just feel like, or the VA understands the need for housing. It's hard to work if you don't have a place to live. It's hard to be successful in treatment unless you can go home and shower and take care of yourself and come back the next day and get into treatment.
That sounds like a fundamental right.
Yeah, it really is. It really
the VA
is.
is asserting for the veterans. So that's really great. That's so it sounds like the program has expanded quite a bit, and as it's expanded, you've also made it easier and easier to access and be that one-stop shop, that one place where you can get all your needs taken care of. And that's really cool that you also I guess because you work with all the VAs at that point if they need, right? If they
Absolutely.
have resources at Hines, you got connected to Hines. And Chicago is unique in the sense that we have 3 VAs within 30 miles of each other, you know?
Yeah.
So,
The CRC also manages the homeless hotline, and I know that Carla asked about CRC's expanding. I'm not sure about that, but I know that the ones that are there are very, very active because they're in metropolitan areas. But we have a homeless hotline for anybody that has.
The homeless hotline. So I know about the suicide hotline.
Crisis hotline.
The crisis line.
And that number for the homeless hotline is 1-877-4AID, AID-VET.
One more time. 1-877
4AID,
4AID
VET.
VET.
That is our homeless hotline. And
Homeless hotline.
and the CRRC staff, we manage that hotline.
Wow, how many calls you get a week? Or
I'll say
a month?
at least maybe 5 or 6 a day.
5 or 6 a day.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So that is pretty good.
Absolutely. And just to let you know, when I say we're a community resource and referral center, we have agencies that come to the CRRC daily, Monday through Friday. Our doors are open at 8 o'clock. They close at 4:30. And there's agencies that come through the week so that veterans won't have to go places to get those resources. So we have employment agencies that come through.
I was going to say, what type of agencies come through? Employment?
Yep,
Okay.
our community housing partners such as Thresholds, Heartland, Featherfisk, and Volunteers of America.
Okay, so help establishing housing in the communities.
Yeah, and some veterans come in and they may not be homeless, but they may need assistance with preventing them from getting homeless, for becoming homeless. So many agencies provide rental assistance,
Rental assistance? Okay.
and rapid rehousing resources so veterans won't have to, because we don't want them to be homeless.
Yeah.
So a lot of monies right now go into homeless prevention. We also have numerous employment agencies that come through there every day. America Works, Intervoice, YMCA, TLS Employment Services, they also come in. VBA. And VBA goes everywhere. They also come to the CRRC.
Wow, so-
and they help with benefits. They come once a
If a
month.
veteran needs to file a claim for service connection, they can do it there as well?
Every third Wednesday they come.
Third Wednesday
of
the month.
I take that back, the fourth Wednesday.
Fourth Wednesday of the month.
We also have the legal aid team. They come in for free legal assistance for our veterans. They come in the third Thursday of every month. We have 5 lawyers that come in to offer assistance for our veterans.
Wow.
They specialize in assisting veterans with evictions, but many other resources. We have public aid there and child support. So many state agencies come right there to meet with veterans as well.
Wow.
We have also fun things that happen there. Like tomorrow, we're having our Christmas party.
Christmas party?
For our veterans that are street homeless or at risk for homeless.
Okay, what time is that tomorrow?
It's 2 o'clock tomorrow.
2 o'clock?
We have coats, we have shoes, we have many things.
You have giveaways.
We have many
Yeah,
giveaways.
okay, so Santa has come to the CRRC.
Yep, socks, gloves, hats.
And that address again was
1441 South California.
1441 South California Avenue. And what was the phone number to the CRRC, the hotline?
The hotline number is 1-877
1-877
4AID
4AID
VET.
and VET. So
This-
AID AID VET.
Yep, but if you want to call the Community Resource and Referral Center directly, the number is 312-569-5750.
Okay, 312-569
5750.
5750. All right, that's great. So that's tomorrow at 2 o'clock. You guys are going to be celebrating the holidays and
And don't forget, we're
bringing
also going to have
Christmas cheer and
premium Christmas cheer, as I said.
resources.
We just have a few boots, but we have plenty of coats. We have gloves, scarves, hats, underwear, anything that you would need to blankets. We have probably 150 blankets that students made for veterans. So we need veterans to come in to receive those blankets from those students that thought enough of our veterans.
Yeah.
They want to definitely thank them for their service. Another special event that happens twice monthly, we have a chess club for vets.
A chess club.
Chess club, and
Wow.
matter of fact, it'll be the 20th. Our Chess Vets Club is what we call this month. It's generally twice a month. It'll be on the 20th. And veterans come in. We have a team that comes in with 10 chess sets, and veterans come and they enjoy listening to music and playing chess. That's a brainy game.
That is a brainy game.
Yeah. And they socialize with other veterans and enjoy cake. We normally have cake or something for them to enjoy.
Okay.
Yeah. They also, the CRRC, they also can fax. They can use their phones. We have internet for them to use Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. There's coffee and cake or cookies or something for them to have.
Yeah.
TV. We have in back also a library. Some
Yeah.
veterans just want to come in and use the Wi-Fi and just read a book.
That's great.
So it's kind of got that drop-in kind of center feel.
Yeah, well, Carla, I was speaking with Carla before we started, and she was telling me, and I could see that she was so excited about the work that she does. And no wonder you're so excited, because you're actually you have the resources, and you're able to help the people, and or help the veterans, and
Yeah.
that's what it's really all about, right?
It's also it's great to have a great team.
Yeah.
I mean, it is such a wonderful thing to have to work with a supervisor she came in so knowledgeable. Many of us are new. We're new staff, but there's a lot of energy there, and everybody has a particular expertise. I tell you, we have a strong team with Derek in outreach, and Chelsea and Mary and everyone. They're a very, very strong team.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Well, I'm very excited, and I was telling you that I've been around for a long time. I've heard about the CRRC, but I didn't know quite what it was, and now I'm like, wow, this is a resource that everyone should know about. So I'm glad you've taken the time to come on the show and share us a little bit about what your center is about. Share us a little bit about what you're about and the excitement that you're there. And our VA and our veterans are lucky to have you and the CRRC staff.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So we've reached a point. Is there anything else that we should know about the?
Well, just to let you know, we have outreach services, for veterans. We actually have,
Yeah,
we're
right,
really
that was the other
connected
part.
with the sheriff. The sheriff would often call us and let us know if someone is at risk for losing their house. And so we'll send an outreach worker there to be able to help a veteran navigate that system, maybe help prevent them from becoming evicted or either help them transition.
So the sheriffs that go out and do eviction.
No, the Cook
before
County
they
Sheriff
do?
will contact us.
Before they even do an eviction, they'll contact you.
They'll let us know that this is coming.
Wow.
Because they want to give the veterans the support they need to be successful, or at least that transition.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is really cool. This seems like a
Yeah.
well thought out, kind of well connected.
Absolutely.
Talk about collaboration between government and community.
Absolutely. And just to let you know, our staff, we have 7 clinically licensed social workers, and then we also have a nurse that she's an outreach nurse, and you may not know this, but many of our, there's certain days that CRRC team members, outreach team members, are at the shelters. In other words, we have Pat Moore, who's a nurse, very experienced. She's always at Pacific Guard Mission, and she's that first contact. Often veterans that come in from, another state, they'll land at Pacific Guard missions, and then someone will contact CRC and let us know, hey, we have a veteran here, and we'll send an outreach worker there, and often they'll come in and we'll put them in a shelter and try to get them housed. Same thing at Franciscan House.
So Pat is the face of CRRC, and she's the first introduction that veterans from out of state might have.
Absolutely, if they're at PGM.
Okay.
And Franciscan
Pacific
House
Guard.
is another large
Franciscan
shelter, and Derek Washington outreaches that. We have newer outreach workers, Jeremy Alessio, he's also one of our strong outreach workers as well. We all kind of, we're outreach and intake workers as well. We try to appropriately place veterans in the shelter because the goal is to get them permanently housed, not to have them stay there. Your veterans come off the streets, they may need to gather all those identifications that's so important that you need to be stably housed. So it's a process. Generally, when someone walks in the shelter, they may get 60 days initially to start that process, to connect with a community partner. The VA funds them to help with that a funding piece, and every veteran has a different level of care they need. But it's a very rewarding situation, and often if veterans are close to being housed, we extend it. You know, we extend their time at the shelter, but if they need more time, then we transition them to another setting, another setting to give them a bit more time.
What's the average length of the time for the shelter?
I'll say about 90 days.
90 days?
Is about the average time. Some people are motivated highly, and they have all their documents in place, and they can get housed pretty fast.
Nice.
And some of them need to get a job. They want to work beforehand, and we have numerous job agencies that come in to support our veterans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, again, this is amazing. This is a great opportunity. I'm really glad that we have this opportunity. We have 1 minute left, and reach a part of the show where I call it rapid fire, and this is an opportunity for our guests at home to get to know a little bit about you.
Okay.
And it's kind of I'm a psychologist. So I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions. And you
Okay.
just give me the first thing that pops to your mind.
Okay.
All right. So some of them are going to be about work, some of them not.
Okay.
So. What constitutes a perfect day for you?
Oh boy. You know, at work, or it doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Oof. You know, for me, a perfect day. I'm a person that loves to be at the CRC. You know, I'm like almost torn. I have a 4-day work week, and I hate that one day off. So, for me, it's a day that we connect with a lot of veterans, and we provide good services to veterans. And a good day is hearing about people that get stably housed. You know, I prefer to talk about at work. You know, those are good days for us when people come in and utilize our services and meet with our social workers. That's a good day because, you know, we have to. Success is what you know, I like to look at the water in the glass. You know,
Yes.
we're there, we have to have people come in. And so having services that bring people in the door, that's a successable day. If we don't
Excellent.
have veterans, then we're not successful.
That's right. Perfect. So
Yeah.
a perfect day is a perfect day on a job. So how about next question? Name three things you and your veteran patients, or not patients, your veterans that you work with have in common?
That we have hope,
Hope.
that we have a desire to live, to have a good life, if that's another thing, and that we enjoy, I think, you know, the social setting,
Okay.
you know, because I'm the kind of person I like to be around other people.
Yes.
And you can just see the veterans, I think the reason why they like being in there is because of the social interaction.
Social connection, social
Absolutely.
belonging, hope, and desire for a
Yeah.
good life.
I
Very
always
nice.
tell, yeah.
So next thing, if you woke up tomorrow and were able to add a superhero power, what would it be?
Oh boy. Oh boy. A superhero power. Wow. I think my superhero power would be probably just to be able to fly. That would be a great one for me. Just let me
able to
fly
fly.
any place I want to go.
That's a good one.
I
That's a
would
good one.
probably go to Florida right now if I could.
Yes, it's a good time of year to be
for the
there.
weekend. Yep. When the cold comes, I can fly straight there.
There you go. All right, and last question to wrap up this round of rapid fire. If you had a crystal ball that could tell you the truth about your future, what would you want to know?
I would want to know how far and how strong the CRRC could go. I'll say
Alright.
that. That's if I want to know. It's flying now. Just see how strong it is. Right now, we're one of the top CRRCs in the state and the country. So we're working to be number one. So I want to see that crystal ball to tell us when we're going to get there.
All right. Well, I have every faith that you guys will get there and be number one, and it will hit the target. We've closed out this segment, and I really, Carla, thank you for taking the time to come on down to the studio, tell us a little, sharing with us all the great resources we have at the CRRC for our Jesse Brown, for our veterans out there. And for you those at home, thank you for watching, and make sure you stay tuned next month, fourth Thursday of the month at 6:30, Veterans Issues, with Jesse Brown VA Medical Center. So stay tuned for the program that follows in the next 5 minutes. And for those of you at home that need to talk to someone, we have a crisis line, 1-800-273-8255. Press 1 for veterans. Thank you, and goodbye for now.
Night.